welcome everybody to Turkey Day. Today we are back on the good stuff. That sounds horrible. We're back in our normal area for streaming, which is always nice to be because, well, it's always nice to be home. But we won't be home for long, but we got 2 weeks hopefully today. No, you cannot trade past week, I believe it's 9. So you may be able to trade next season, but you're not able to trade this season. But we got some games that we're going to try to get through today. And we're going to try to be a little bit quicker today because we got 2 weeks to go through. And also we want to get some fantasy drafts done. So let us hop in straight away with the Detroit Lions, who have George Irving on the upgrade. And sorry, I am texting people. Lots of emergencies going on at the moment. Jaguars taking on Detroit. Admiral, you can hope. ZG, we cannot check your scheme. We can get it changed for week 14, but it's going to have to stay how it is right now. 7-0. Currently the score. The Jaguars need a win to kind of put themselves back in contention for their division. But the Lions, sitting at 3-7, need a win to move up to 4-7, give themselves hope, and they will win. That's a little loud. But Kyler Murray gets it done with a first win on Turkey Day for the Lions. Big, important game for both those teams, as the Jaguars will pretty much hand the division over to the Titans for the most part. Unless the Colts can get a win streak, which right now, well, they can't. And we're going to head to Dallas for our next game. And I really would like a pinger today. Did I even ping the stream? Yes, I did. Wonder if I can get a pinger. Now, this is a team that definitely can beat the Cowboys. They've kind of been 50-50 good and bad. But we have a shot. Star-Lord, what are you talking about? Diadem, like, I'm confused. But Cowboys taking on the Ravens. Cowboys sitting at 9-1, looking to be the third team with a 10th win. Here we go. Cowboys first on the board with 7. Brock Purdy has struggled offensively and playing against a great defense. Yeah, not good. Yes, Frosty, I did have to start early because a lot of stuff moved around, so I'm like, And Brock Purdy had 77 total yards. And for some reason, I just want to point this out, in my media, you guys have Brock Purdy as better than Mac Jones. So, maybe change that. He had 2 teams because nobody was the owner of that team. So he had to co-own it until we found a replacement. And next we will watch the Dolphins beat the Cardinals because the Cardinals suck in prime time. Alex Atkinson. Frosty, I don't know who picked who. All I know is Mac Jones has the majority right now. And I disagree. Cardinals with a lead now will lose to the Dolphins, and the Dolphins sitting at 7-3, a game behind the Bills. A win against the Cardinals would help out a ton, but the Cardinals with back-to-back touchdowns. Now, okay, well, it was close for a moment, but the Dolphins posting up 45. And I actually forgot that I need to start checking Scorigami. And 45-28, that one's a pretty high scoring game. Is it Scorigami? No, it is not. And I don't think the other two games were Scorigami either. Jordan, you can look at schedule and get that right now. Or you can look right here. 35-7. That has happened many times before. And 24-13 has happened before. And we got Tampa Bay versus the Falcons. Well, the Falcons really outside the playoffs. Gonna need a win here to maybe give themselves a chance at taking on the Saints. With a loss last week, they really hurting. Frosty, would you mind switching over and doing the ping for me? Oh, yes, the Bengals have a bye week, so you're in week 2. There we go. 20-11. All right. 4th and 3. They will take a field goal. And it's going to be a sack for Kevin Stout. Gray will bring him down as the Falcons looking to win this one. Yes, Frosty, I would love you to ping for me. And incomplete for Kevin Stout on that one. All right, 4th and 14. Kevin going deep. Incomplete. Falcons win. All good. All good. All right, 23-15 is that score as we're heading to Eagles-Giants. Eagles. Sorry. Yes, Micah will probably break a sack record. Giants will probably mercy the Eagles here, just based on previous records. Eagles cannot win with Jeremiah Jones, and they don't have a first-round pick to get a new quarterback, so they are probably cooked unless they can luckily land one in free agency. Eagles did end up having a Super Bowl, though, so, I mean, you can't really complain too much. They are up 7-6. Brian Burns with a pick, but the Giants are down 4 and cannot seem to score until right there as well. We're hopping in here. And there's a bring down. Andre, I did because you don't show up to anything anymore. I love how Ziggy's trying to trade in week 11 or 12, whatever week we're in. Here's the throw and complete up to the 31. The Eagles do have a timeout. Do they call it? Yes. I'm showing up now? Well, I mean now. You weren't here before. So if you want to take over the pinging, you can, but I needed somebody to ping for me because I'm already texting 15 different people. And here's the field goal. It is good. I love how Ziggy just said no way the Eagles is going to get Fields' goal. Yep, look at that. They got a field goal, and the Giants are going to lose this one. Very, very unfortunate. But the Giants now going to need a kickoff return. And luckily, zero's on the clock, so we don't have to go see another play. And I just got a notification that my food is done. Alright, we're going to head to the Packers, and I'm going to go grab that. Sorry, I haven't eaten anything all day. Alright, Packers with a few upgrades. Except for Ziggy, Jordan Love currently isn't signed. Pretty sure he's actually retired. In real world, I think he could be, but he definitely isn't now. I haven't watched the full game. Holy crap, the Colts came back. I do like Bo Nix. I do not like Zach. Bo Nix was cooking. And the Packers going to move up to 8-4. Yes, Frosty, he doesn't have a job, so he retires. Bo Nix barely cooked? What you mean he barely cooked? Jordan, Ziggy, you have to be successful in order to earn the Packers. If you win a Super Bowl, you can get him. Otherwise, it's probably going back to King of the Court. Bo Nix also didn't start. So... And the Titans are going to beat the Colts. We can look at the box score. Bo Nix, 6 incomplete passes, 125 yards and a touchdown. And that doesn't count the running. Zach Wilson did not cook. He had no touchdowns. Like, what? He, gave up so many points. Cord, because you've been a good team. But now it's the Jets. We're taking on the Bills. This one is an important game. Not primetime. Yeah, but he had an int. Plus, he started. And I'm pretty sure he played most of the game, too. And Jets keeping it close against the Bills. 26-21, 33! The Jets might do it! It's all going to come down to AK and AJ Brown with 3 clutch catches for first downs, bringing him into range. I mean, yeah, you're correct. AK the throw incomplete. AK rolling and is going to be sacked. A rifle over the middle caught. AK to the end zone, incomplete. Admiral, you have had one of the hardest schedules. I think you're good. AK 2nd and 10. Free blitzer throwing as he is hit and incomplete out of the back of the end zone. And incomplete. Mac Jones is clutch. But it's not going to come down to Mac Jones. I'd love JJ to start. I don't think Sam Darnold is good. AK throwing short of the end zone. They had one timeout. I was going to say they just threw the game. You're going to need 7 yards here from the Bills. AK throwing. Picked off 31. Bills defense. Not Bills defense. Jets defense could not hold on. As both quarterbacks had 303. Jets now 6-5, 2 games behind the Dolphins and Bills. Jets are not out of the woods yet. Is the Rams Saints not primetime? No, it's not. All right. I thought it might have been. Maybe it should have been. Rams sitting outside the playoffs. Saints trying to hold. Probably not. Excuse me. Like, how could you not say Desmond Ridder is a top quarterback in Madden? I just don't understand it. He brought the Saints back from being a dead franchise, practically. Yes, in real life, he's awful. Okay, Alistar. Not really sure what I'm supposed to do with that. Rams, Saints. Saints trying to hold on to their division. Rams trying to put themselves in the playoff picture. With a loss here, they'd stay on the outskirts with the Seahawks chasing in on them. Fourth quarter, Devin Lloyd with a pick. Rams with a big touchdown there. And the Saints going to lose it. As the Rams will clutch up a win. Wow. Curtis Samuel with an upgrade. And the Rams now 7-4. As we head to the newly reformed Panthers team, who has for some reason turned their season around with 2 back-to-back straight wins. The Saints are making the playoffs anyway, the Falcons suck. But the Panthers trying to come back. I don't know what that is, no, Ziggy. Panthers scoring 7. Raiders kind of falling off. 10-7, 10-10. And Jeremy Chin with a pick. Panthers lead. Raiders tie. Panthers take a little bit of a lead. as the Raiders and Bo Nix. I'm going to see what they can muster. How many games do we have next week? What week are we looking at? 13. All right. And there's going to be a flag. And unnecessary roughness on the defense. Cameron Kitchens, unfortunate there. What do you mean scoregami? Bo Nix, 100%. And that one's going to be complete. And out of bounds after a pickup of 2. And a nice little run. Pickup of 4. I do cheer for the Panthers. Bo Nix, throwing incomplete. If they tie at 2020, could it be scoregami? No. 2020 has been a score before. And the Panthers with the chance to win, though. Here we go. Bryce Young now running. And going to dive for the first. Jordan, he's made a Super Bowl before, so respectfully, you can't trash talk Bo Nix. Bryce with a nice little check down there. 2nd and 2. And Bryce throwing out of a sack. Ziggy, before you start talking about our sim, maybe go check the history books. And Young throwing completed up to the 45. Do they call a timeout and try to kick a deep field goal from here? Yes, they do. Jordan Love, maybe you should have. Maybe you should have. Bryce Young going to elect to throw it here. Maybe they run an out route to kick a field goal. Bryce. It's going to have to be 55 yards in the air. It's up and deep and incomplete. We're headed to OT. And the Panthers will win the toss. Ooh, boy. OT is unreal? I mean, not really. We have overtime a lot. And here's the throw from Bryce. Pickup of 6. And Bryce is going to be sacked. And they just didn't block for him on that one. Panthers will clutch a touchdown. We can hope. Bryce Young on a 2-game winning streak. Here's the throw. Crossbody. First down. Beautiful throw there from Bryce, who does not have a touchdown today, which might be a little bit concerning if you are a Panthers fan. Here we go. Bryce rolling. And he's going to be hit-sticked by Michael Hall Jr., one of the top rookies here in Las Vegas. Was good, Axel. Was good. 2nd and 18 for Bryce Young. Oh, yeah, it was the coach who... Yep, it was the coach, 100%. Definitely not the offensive line. All right, pick up a 5 there. 3rd and 13. Another big down. And Bryce going to step up. And he's going to chuck it out of bounds because he has no IQ. The Panthers going to be forced to punt, but they took a lot of time off the clock, which is something you want to do when you're the Panthers and trying to make the playoffs. But you do need to win. You're at best case scenario, you finish the season 9 and 8. You need the Packers, Rams, Seahawks, 49ers to all pretty much lose out. Tie really doesn't help the Panthers because they'd finish only at 800. A win is almost necessary for them here. But they do have some elite CBs, and Bo Nix has not been cooking like he has the past couple seasons. And what a throw to 85, straight in the middle. Here we go. Bo throw completed and taken down. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Secondary. And here's the throw. Broken up, bringing up 3rd and 6. Panthers need to force a deep field goal. And Bo throwing incomplete, swatted away by 21. Having that one be an interception would have helped out a ton. Raiders going to have to kick a 51-yard field goal. Promo's good, bro. Promo's good. What you guys on? What you guys on? Also, we're closing in on 300 subscribers. 4th and 6. Big kick, big kick, big kick. And they got it. Raiders will move up to 6 and 5 as the Panthers probably not making playoffs. Next, we head to Seattle. We are currently in 2028, and the draft is going to be 2029. Patriots were supposed to be good with Kevin Pugh, but they are not. Seahawks sitting at 6 and 5, 3rd in this division with a win. They'll still be 3rd, but it'll be less daunting. Especially with the 49ers chasing right behind. It's crazy how pretty much both conferences have 2 divisions that are good. Everybody else is trash. Both it's the North and both it's the West. And the Seahawks are going to clap the East. Let's make a deal for next season. Jalen Hurts for Bryce Young in a 1st and 3rd and 5th. That's not a trade. You can't trade a 1st, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Bruh. And that's a 27-0 score. Not Scorigami. Which we should probably do a Scorigami check-in. I don't think there's been any Scorigamis, but there definitely could have been. If they would have just scored like a little bit less, we could have had it. But 33-28, that one could be. And it is not. 14-10, we've seen that before. All right, now we head to San Fran, Stinktown. Yeah. Nah, if it was 20 or 21, maybe, but nah, no Scorigami. I know, I wish the Broncos' offense was more explosive. Here we go, Niners, Bears. Bears, 8-2. Definitely a lot higher than we expected them to be this season. We're kind of waiting for their fall off of the world. But not happened yet. Niners up 7 on the Bears, now up 14. And now up 21, not 21, up 17, and that's going to be game. I got Rams. I think the Rams draft was really good. A lot of those rookies going to be getting some minutes. Blake Corum, good running back. Jared Verse, good DE. I think they'll excel in the league a little bit. And they know how to draft. And the 49ers move up to 6-6. This division is really close. And we head to our game of the week, Broncos against the Chargers. In terms of liking the Rams, in terms of who's winning, Cowboys. No, I like the Rams to win the game. I don't think the Cowboys are good this year. Is Evan Dresser as starter QB Rams? I don't know who Dresser is at the moment. Blake Corum is probably running back 3, but who's the running back 2? Kyren Williams, definitely number 1. I think he's going to be the running back 1 this year. Who's their second? Rams running backs. Let's look at their depth chart. Kyren Williams, Blake Corum is number 2. And that means he's going to get some reps today. I think Kyren Williams would have been better if they didn't go out and get Blake Corum, but they did. So I'm probably not taking him in a bunch of fantasy leagues this year because I think his production will be down from last year. I think he'll be good. I think he will excel as a player, but his stat line will be worse. Your hair looks like Hunter Long Jordan. It's pretty bad right now. But yeah. Broncos currently up, now tied with the Chargers. Now up, now with the ball. 3rd and 2. Quandre McDaniels and a big play to Sutton. And then a touchdown by Quandre McDaniels. And the Chargers going to throw a pick, I think. And then another pick. I'm confused. Okay, no, penalties. And a touchdown. Can they get the onside? No, they cannot. And the Broncos will beat the Chargers. In a close one. Man, I was just saying I wanted it to be explosive. 4 touchdowns for Colby Barnhart. Yes, Star-Lord, your team needs to get a lot stronger, though. Because the Jets and Chiefs and Chargers and Steelers are all teams that you got to be better than. And the Ravens, too. Like, they're still a possibility as well. Chargers going to lose that one, drop down to 6-5, which is good news for the Raiders. Now we will head to another game. Is fantasy draft today? Axel, not ours. Different fantasy draft that you're not in. Few others are in, but you are not. And that draft might not even happen. This is the real game of the week right here? Probably. I mean, the last one we almost ended up hopping into. Axel, because there was no room for you? And you didn't really stick with the last one. JD, no, you're not in it. You're not in any of my fantasy leagues. Gonna watch the Browns get absolutely demolished? I don't think so. Because you're down 31-3 currently. 31-10. Yeah, that one's not game of the week, bud. Browns now 11-3 or 11-0, along with the Broncos. Yes, Estime was good at college. I think he'll be good in the NFL. And we now have our Vikings game. And don't go anywhere, guys, because we got week number 2 coming up. Andre, all we need is 12 more games and we can both do it. Not really. You lost by 21. 31-10. Has that been a score before? Yes, it has. If only you scored 11, bro, we would have had scoregami. I don't know. Something about this game makes me feel scoregami. Not because the Vikings are good, but because the Commanders are just that bad and usually end up scoring 0 points. But Shadur Sanders versus J.J. McCarthy. And we have 7-7, so more than likely we're not getting scoregami. Unless we have a tie at 7-7. Right, 10-7, 17-7, 17-14, and 17-17. That cannot be scoregami, dang it. JJ will clutch? Probably. I mean, they're in field goal range. Justin Jefferson just has 72 yards on today. And here's the handoff. And that's going to be a first down. Not like they needed it, really. Just making the field goal a little bit easier. And we're going to have a 20-17 game here. All right, Vikings now 8-3, might actually own the division from the Bears now. So those are your final scores for this week. Yes, he was a legend. And now we get to hop into next week, where I need to set up the schedule really quick. And the Broncos get some upgrades, baby. Let's go. Jalen Cartier. And we get to play the Bucks next week. That's a trap game for sure. Force advance to week number 12. Some more upgrades for the Broncos. JL Skinner, let's go. Backup safety. Getting some crucial minutes. And games to watch out for this week. Vikings Seahawks. Cowboys Giants. Ravens Dolphins. Cardinals Jets. Packers Bears. That'll be a fun one. Titans Chiefs, I guess. 4 teams. right, let's go get the schedule out really quick. What do you guys personally think should be game of the weeks? The most consistent simulation quarterback is Big Mac Jones. Big Mac Jones hadn't been good until this season, though. Like, don't give him credit where credit is not due. Lions Rams should not be primetime. The Lions are not good. And, I mean, obviously we should probably give primetime to Cowboys Giants. Game of the week, Vikings. And then Packers Bears. Personally, that's what I'm thinking. All right. Game of the week, Jets, Arizona. I thought about it, but I just don't trust Arizona in any more good games. All right, so now with that new schedule out, let's go ahead to our first game of today. First game of this week, week 13, is the Rams. Now, before we hop in, did anybody clinch playoffs? No, they have not. Terrion Arnold with the upgrade. Game of the week, Tampa Bay and Denver. Now, Tampa Bay, not good enough, I don't think, to warrant that. I think they could definitely beat me. But yeah. Don't put the Cardinals in a primetime game. That's going to ruin them. I know it has a ton. They just cannot perform. Lions going to need this win if they're going to come back. Nine to 3, 17 to 3, 17 to 10. Ooh, and the Lions with a big touchdown. And the Lions going to score again. Oh, a heartbreaker as the Lions will win by 10. Check that Tampa record. Yeah, that Tampa record not that good though. But they do have a rookie quarterback, and that means that they can get some upsets. Lions now 5-7. They could come back. They could come back. Don't count them out. Next, we got the Chiefs, who had a bye week last week, so we didn't hop into any of their games. But they will play the Titans, Broncos, and Jets. All three are teams that are competing for the playoffs. So definitely not easy games, but they're still sitting second in the division. Yep, JD, you just got to keep winning games. If you can keep winning games, you'll be chilling. Chiefs now against the Titans. Titans sitting at that 4 spot. Not really needing to play a whole lot, but those wins do help your team develop. Sitting at, I think, 5, 6, and 1. Chiefs currently up by 4, now only up by 1. Can they get the ball back? And the answer is no, they cannot. Extra point is good. Now, we don't need to watch the onside kick. Not onside kick. The kick return, that's what I'm looking for. Is 28 to 28? Yes, it is taken. Dang. Here we go. Drew Allar. Diving catch, toes in bounds. Little bit of a toe tapper. Here we go from Drew. Throw across the middle, caught. And missed tackle and up to the 48. Do we have a 28-20 game? Yes, we do. All right, needing a big play, no timeouts. Send it out of bounds. Rome Odunze. I don't know. That's who I'd be throwing to here. Drew in Hail Mary formation. Drew throwing it, barely gets it out of bounds before he is decked. And step back from Drew. Throwing it deep. PI! And that will be one more play at the 1. Axel throwing, not Axel. My bad, Axel just DM'd me. Drew Aller throwing incomplete. Similar to how it would be if Axel played quarterback. Patrick Mahomes with a 4-touchdown game. As they will lose that one. All right, now we will head to the Giants game. Let's go, Giants. Let's go. Let's go, Giants. Let's go. And the Giants have a lot of XP boost for this game. If they can pull this one off, they might come back and win this division. It will be close. Here we go. Cowboys 7. 14. Tua just is not on that next level. I mean, they scored at least, but 35-14. Giants will lose that one. Lamar with a 4-touchdown game. I sometimes regret giving certain teams prime times, and the Giants usually end up being that team. Next, we will head to Cleveland, where they are currently continuing their undefeated streak. Keep getting pinged in partnership pings. I don't want to be pinged in partnership pings. All right, here we go. 7-3. And the Browns will win by 13. Alrighty. Dolphins up next. I'm assuming people are still pinging for me. Yes. And a breakout linebacker for the Dolphins. Whoopsies, my bad. Trying to hurry through these so we can get some fantasy drafts. Did you get game of the week this week? Oh yeah, you're against the Vikings. B Vipers is his comeback team. All right, 14-14. And 21-17. And can the Ravens get a first down here? No, they will punt to the Dolphins. Lawrence, here's the throw. Trevor Lawrence might be cooked here. Needs 80 yards in 21 seconds, no timeouts. And he's going to be sacked and fumbled and Ravens ball. Joey Bosa is that man, and the Ravens going to win by their defense. Alrighty, and now we will head to Carolina. Who told Axe about the 4-man league, bro? Bengals versus Commanders? Yes, Jordan, it is coming up. Come on, Panthers, beat the Chargers for me. Beat the Chargers. We love the Panthers. They can still make playoffs. We believe. Panthers are going to give up 7 to the Chargers. Quick, Alexander Hemsley with a pick, but the Panthers are going to score. And the Panthers are going to be up 14-7. And the Panthers are going to be up 21-7. The Panthers are up 21 points on the Chargers. Oh, man, but the Chargers coming back with a vengeance. And they still have hope. Here we go. Here's the throw caught. And Herbert throwing wide open up to the 14-yard line. What a throw. Here's the throw incomplete. Herbert gonna throw out of bounds. 5 seconds on the clock. Need a touchdown to force OT. Here we go. Herbert throwing over the middle, incomplete. One more. Because that's coming out of my controller. Incomplete. Panthers will beat the Chargers. Yep, the wide receiver sucks. I can tell you that much. Now we get to go to the Bengals versus the Commanders. And some big upgrades for the Commanders, getting those up to 79s, almost 80s. The Commanders will play the Browns next week. The Commanders are basically cooked. I'm going to be 100% real with you. Commanders are cooked. The Bengals definitely need a win. Ziggy, new ownership. Can they get it done? Commanders going to score 3. Browns score a touchdown, but no score. Jalen Hurts would kill the Commanders. Well, that's what it's looking like so far, being 20-3 in the third. Commanders cannot seem to get anything going on offense, but finally score, but the Bengals score right back. 27-10, your final score. The Bengals pick up their first win with Ziggy back. All right, now we got Packers versus the Bears. About halfway through this week. Yes, we will get your scheme changed for next week, but I'm not doing everything for you because you joined late. All right, Packers, Bears, big game on the line. Winner will own the division. All right, 10-10. 17-10. Can they force a fourth? No, the Bears collapse. It's happening again. No way. Carson Beck throws under 100 yards. I'm stunned. How are the Bears going to collapse again? They're gonna miss the playoffs, dude. They dropped down to 8-4. And Buddy was asking if he could get Hall of Fame owner. Like, Buddy, no. You got to make the playoffs once. Are you going to stream tonight? That's the plan. We actually have a league game tonight, Ziggy, if you want to come and support us getting mercied by the Raiders. We're playing an LFG team, it seems. We're both D1, playing for the 1 seed. If we win, we're undefeated on the season. And I'm hoping we actually have a game tonight. So, Frosty, can I sign you in that league, maybe? Axel, you want to show up in that league, maybe? Because we're actually going to need you guys tonight. Alright, 17-10. Dennis Williams. 17-17. Falcons score. Raiders with a minute. So, like, what are the chances of my team going on a giant losing streak and missing playoffs? Probably pretty high, honestly. I mean, this week you play the Eagles. That should be a win. But you should be good. And Bo Nix is going to be sacked. Yeah, Stetson Bennett probably is cooked. Like, yeah, why would he play? Here we go. Bo Nix throwing. And going to be dropped. Cooper Rush, wide receiver. Insane, bro. Cooper Rush is not a wide receiver. And Bo Nix rolling, 4th and 22. He's going to be forced to throw it into the dirt, incomplete. And the Falcons will beat the Raiders. Didn't see that one coming. Who? Jordan Whittington? I don't know who Jordan Whittington is, bro. I don't pay attention to preseason. Raiders now drop down to 6-6, and we got 5 games left on today. One of which is the Bills versus the Colts. Now the Colts, DB Snow said he was going to be coming back. He was going to hit the floor running. He didn't. Bennett just threw a pick. Dang. Unfortunate. Also, I'm realizing being back in my room, it is definitely hot. But the Colts, they can come back and beat the Titans. I believe in them. They have to win this game in order to do that. And the Bills are a big elite team. But the Colts, the Colts just seem like the team that is good enough to beat the Bills. They are at home. Anthony Richardson, we've been waiting for your big game of the season to really prove that you are a good quarterback and aren't worth replacing here in Indianapolis. Gonna score 7 first. Bills match. Colts get nothing. Colts finally get something there. 14-14, 21-14. Colts are down. Now 10 down. Now 3 down. Fourth quarter, 24-24. Bills will score. Colts at the 6th. They should pretty much score, but 4th and goal now. After a 3-yard rush by Anthony Richardson. Big game here for the Bills and Colts. Anthony throwing incomplete, but there is a flag. That going to be DPI. Pass interference on the defense. That's going to give him 2 yards and a brand new set of downs. Ugh. 1st and goal. Here's the pitch. And it's a fumble picked up by the Bills. Matt Milano will pick up the ball. And a 5-yard rush by James Cook will end the game. Anthony Richardson had a good game. Couldn't pull it off. As the Bills will get another highlight tape to move themselves up to, I believe, 9-3. I want to say 9-3. Yes, 9-3 as the Colts drop down to 2-10 as we will head to the Broncos. We're taking on the Bucks, who with a loss, I'm pretty sure they could be eliminated from the playoffs. If they aren't already. No, they are. They are eliminated from the playoffs. Because the best they could be is 8, 9, and 1. And the Packers already have 8, and I'm pretty sure the Vikings have 8, and I'm pretty sure the Giants have 8. Could we see scoregami here in this Broncos one? The Broncos have been mainly known for creating a bunch of scorigamis, being an explosive team along with the Chiefs and along with the Chargers. Here we have 17-0. 17-0, I believe, would be scoregami, but no score there. 31-0, 38-0. Could we have a complete and new utter total shutout? No, because 38 has happened before. If we scored one more field goal, that would have been scoregami. But yeah, the Bucks definitely not good enough to beat the Broncos. Okay, who had the game? Okay, Nick Singleton. Makes sense, makes sense. Game against the Chiefs is looking scary for me. But now we have Jets, Cardinals. All right, Jets, Cardinals. All right, here we go. 0-0, starting us off here. Cardinals are at home. Jets definitely been on a tear recently. Cardinals have sucked in primetime, but this one ain't primetime, and they're remembering that after scoring back-to-back touchdowns. Jets down 7. Jets almost tied it, but the Cardinals extend the lead, and that will be the game. 35-28, Cardinals add on another win. 4 touchdowns for both of the quarterbacks, total of 9 scored in that game. Jedrick Wills upgraded here in Arizona. Good bounce back win for the Cardinals, moving up to 8-4. They will own the division pending the Seahawks game. Seahawks Vikings game of the week. Seahawks are at home. Important game. Frosty versus Bee Vipers, a rivalry we've seen a lot in the playoffs. Seahawks going to go up 10. Now up 13. J.J. McCarthy finally finds points with Manny Ray. And the Vikings might come back here, only down 10. And now down 17. That game's over. 34-16. Is that a new score? No, it is not. Dang it. Yes, we are going to stream Roblox tonight when I'm in a league game. Seahawks will have a bye week next week, and then they'll play the Niners at home. And we got our final game of this week, Eagles, who won last week, looking to make some pain for the Steelers. Frosty Andre, I think we're going to be doing the sim, or not the sim, the fantasy draft at about 4:25, 4:30. All right, Eagles currently up on the Steelers. Steelers score a touchdown, up 3. Eagles score touchdown, up 4. Steelers score touchdown, up 3. A little bit of a back and forth here. 24-24. And the Steelers, we're going to get to hop in here and watch this one. And we get to hop in on the fun side because we want to watch Quinn Ewers play some football. Here we go. Quinn throwing, popped open. Quinn stepping back, screen pass to 32, and he is going to muster up inches. 3rd and inches. Need a big play here. And the throw, check down, 1st down. Chris Skinner, the kicker, going to try to get to the 39-yard line. This game should not be anywhere close. I mean, the Eagles are good. Their offense just is mid, and your defense, well, it's not the best. And that's a 1st down and a lot more. Steelers do have a timeout to spare. But they've been cooking on this drive. Keep this momentum going. Quinn barely avoiding the sack, and he's going to pick up a ton of yards before he finally goes down at the 24. They're trying to save that timeout for a field goal. And here's the roll. Quinn throwing, end zone, broken up. Oh, man, he could not bring it in. Gonna kick a field goal. It's gonna be 41 yards. Frosty, I can't wait to come up with a bunch of unique names. Yeah, Quinn is a good quarterback. He just hasn't been able to prove anything in the playoffs. Don't know about the best, but I think he might be top 50% in the league. I don't know, you guys voted him out against Tua. Personally, I kind of like Quinn here. And taken down, 1 second left for the Eagles. What do they decide to do? Here's the handoff, and they're going to bring him down for a pickup of 5 to stat pad Sanders. All right, we're hopping into overtime in our final game today. That is just perfect. And the Eagles going to start off with the ball. Tua isn't that good, I agree. All right, 2nd and 10 for the Eagles. Steelers free blitzer 56. Murphy brings him down. 4th sack today. This is not a primetime game. It doesn't matter for the Eagles, and it only matters for you. Jeremiah Jones going to run, and he's going to be sacked by Higgins. Down to the 4, and you better be punting this, Eagles. And here's the punt. If you can get this out to maybe a 60-yard punt, yeah, that's a great punt. And they're going to bring him down just shy of the 50. Ewers, pretty sure he went to Texas, was drafted here by the Steelers, backed up a little bit for Russ when he first got here, but Quinn now has been the quarterback ever since. Made the playoffs a few times, trying to do that again. Quinn is going to throw a pick. There is a flag down, though. Roughing the passer on the defense, going to nullify the pick. And the Steelers going to get a free 15 yards. Personally, I don't know if I ever saw... Oh, no, that was roughing. Yeah, that was roughing. And a great stiff running back for a pickup of 5. Yeah, Quinn just went, can you match my freak? Quinn with a pickup of 5 there. Quinn rolling out, throwing. And 32, going to jump back, not pick up the first. 3rd and 1. Here's the handoff for 32 as he's going to be brought up short. Field goal is going to be deep, but the Steelers can win it. Here we go. And they go for it and pick up a first down. Very, very risky when a field goal could have sealed the game for you. They just did not trust their kicker that much. And Quinn here, going to run it himself, and he's going to pick up about 9. They're going to really started to slide a little bit before. And that's going to bring up the 2-minute warning. Field goal is definitely on the table for the Steelers right now. They don't take it. It's crazy. Ease Evans storm chasing live. Should I go storm chasing? Is there storms out? Because that's not storms. That's just my sister trying to get dressed. And a big 8-yard run. Yeah, no storms. Quinn does not need to be a running back, bruh. 2nd and 10, letting that clock cook. Quinn empty set. I'd run it here, 2nd and 2. And Quinn throwing first down to Pat Freiermuth. And Muth is doing all the trash talking. 26, I don't know what he's pointing at. The scoreboard? Like, you are going to lose this game, Eagles. 1st and goal. Throw. Picked off! Is this going to be a pick 6 for game? Why are you not running the ball? 26 with the trash talk to pick it off and win the game. Terrell Edmonds, I will never doubt you again. Heartbreaker there for the Steelers. Gosh dang. Are the Eagles good? Intercepted at the goal line. Eagles now 3-9. They could maybe make playoffs. Christian Kirk still leads the league for some reason. But I'm going to go ahead and try to get you guys' standings updated right now. And we're going to be able to open up free agency re-signings. Let's go force advance to next week where I'll play the Chiefs. Then the Texans. I'm worried about the Chiefs. And I'm also worried about the Texans. I'm worried about every single game at this point. But we got the playoff picture now updated. Eddie O'Neal with the upgrade. Admiral, honestly, I do not know. Playoff picture here, Browns are at that 1 seed because they have 4 division wins. Broncos do have the tiebreaker over the Browns for some reason. We don't really know why. And then we got the Broncos, Bills, Titans, Dolphins, Chiefs, Jets. Seahawks are now up to the 7th spot. Bears fall into the 6th, which is very unfortunate because now they're third in that division with the Seahawks and 49ers and everybody else chasing. We do have some teams that I bet are eliminated now. Games to watch out for next week: Broncos, Chiefs, Bears, Jags, Cowboys, Eagles, I guess, Cardinals, Saints, Chargers, Ravens. We got some games to watch out for. But anyway, thank you guys all for watching. Hope to see you guys on the next stream. Broncos have clinched the playoffs. The Browns have clinched their division. And we'll go ahead and look at all of the standings. Anyways, thank you guys all for watching. Hope to see you guys on the next stream. Whatever that does happen to be. We'll see you guys on the next stream. See you guys.